Hi, Charles Woods for HotDevelopers.net, and this will be a video short on a plugin for 3ds Max, Maya, Cinema 4D, Softimage, Blender, and many more, called Craft Director Studio. Let's get into it. I have a blank scene, and I incorporated some geometry from 3D Warehouse. Okay, if we go to Import, SketchUp, I want to import this helicopter. With Craft Director Studio, we'll be able to rig our helicopter and animate it. That's the mission. I want to group it. That's my style. I group everything when I bring it into my scene. Give it a name. Do that. Because we can have many of these if we want it. Hit OK. In our top view, we want to have snap tools on, because we need to rotate this. With the snap tool, you can rotate this at 5-degree increments, or in this case, decrements. I want to swing it around 180 degrees in the top view because I want it to point north. It has to point north. It'll make life easier if it pointed north. Let's go into the top view. Hit G on the keyboard to get rid of the grids. And we're ready to, no, we need to modify this model here. We'll go back to perspective view and group open, not ungroup, open it. We need to select some items here. We need to, let me hit J on the keyboard to get rid of that box, right? We'll hit J on the keyboard. Our body of our machine, our helicopter is, the rear propeller is attached. We need to detach that. We'll go into the modify tab and hit element, select element, and start selecting pieces. No need for the rotation anymore. We want to select these pieces. We need to separate it from the body of our craft here. We want these pieces to be separated because they need to rotate. And we'll hit detach and we'll call it rear rotor. Rotor. OR. Okay, rotator, rotor, that'll work. Deselect, come up out of selection and reselect our rear rotor and modify the pivot. We want to pivot. The pivot for it is way up there. We want it to be center to the object that we selected. Got it. Turn it off when you're done. Make sure you turn it off. Things can get hectic if you keep that on. Okay. Yep, very hectic, real quick like. And now that we have that pivot set, we need to do the top rotor as well. Effect pivot, center object. Hit OK. We're gonna try this in here. Let's open Craft Director Studio and choose our helicopter. This is a very unique tool. You go to input settings. They come with some profiles that they created for you. We're gonna set up a gamepad because I can use the keyboard, but I have a PlayStation 4 DualShock controller that I want to use instead. I'll be operating this vehicle with my PlayStation controller. We can set this up by selecting detect, and I'll use the triangle for forward and the X for back. Both of them in there. Hit OK. Right, left. Right will be the square. Left. No, right would be the, let me retry that. Right would be the circle. Square is the left. Okay, why it ain't working? Cancel that. Let's try it again. Circle, square. Thank you. Up and down. We'll choose the thumb pad and we'll go up arrow, and it'll automatically do the opposite and give me the opposite button. So I can just hit OK there. That's up, down. Yaw. Let's detect yaw. We'll hit the right thumb pad button, and it'll give me the opposite. Should work. We'll try it. We'll come back and change it if it don't. Well, I'll come back and change it if it don't. Yeah. Okay. Close that. And it's with our reading system selected, we can align it. We have to get it in place here. We'll, yeah, we'll do that. Hit OK. Scale it up so we can see it. Right. We want to make it about the same size as our vehicle. And from different angles, we can nudge it in place. Just put it in place, right? Let's it's kind of off centered. Let's go to the top view. There we go. Just nudge it in place. Yeah. And the only thing we need to do is from here is to select our rotor, our dummy rotor, and align it to our rear rotor, our high poly one. Hit OK here, and parent link it. That's over here. It says select link, but in all other applications it's called parenting. Yep, parenting. So we'll do the high poly to the low. Okay, just make sure that went again. Yeah, it blinked. We'll select our top dummy and align it to our top rotor, main rotor. Hit OK there. And this can be a little bit tricky. You want to make sure it's perfectly aligned here. Yeah, that looks great. Top view. Let's lower it. I just want to see if it's centered. That looks about right. Yeah. Looks about right to me. Can go this way with it. And, well, take the height back up somewhere around there. And parent link it also. Select the select link and parent link it to the high, to the low. And these elements are no longer a part of our grouping. So at this point, let's select the group and close it, because we have to get the body, right? We have to get the body in here. Parent link the body. No. Parent link the body. Yeah, to the dummy. In our rollout, we can let's run off some keyframes here, and I'll see if the joystick work. What did I have up? Thumb pad up. I'm yawing. That's to the right. That's to the right. And this is to the left. Great, great, great. I want to back it up. That's up. That's down. That's in there. Okay. And circle to the right. To the left. Right. And forward and back. That's great. That's great. Let's stop it for a sec. And we can hide our geometry of our. See that? Yeah, we can hide the geometry, hitting that button there. We can hide our thing as well. Yeah, because everything's connected, right? That's how they work. There's some other stuff you can do with this, right? This vehicle, this helicopter that I have, comes with missiles and some firepower. It has a 50 millimeter machine gun on front mount, and on the wings, 8 missiles. We'll be putting in missiles next. I'll be right back with that. Charles Woods for HowDevelopers.net. Yep, I'm back with you. Charles Woods for HowDevelopers.net. And let's hide some of this geometry and add a missile. Like I said, there's 8 on this vehicle. Let me get the rotation here so we can see them. Let's go back to frame 0, 0, 0. And we need to open the housing again, grouping. So we need to get in here and get our missiles, right? Sure we do. Now, that's missile 2. There's a little thing you need to do here also, is to center the object. We want the pivot to be, that's missile 2, missile 1. Yeah, that's 1. I'll bring in the first one, and then I'll pause it, get them all strapped in, and get back with you. We'll do the first one. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you hanging like that. No. Let me get all these in order here. Yeah, I should have done this at first. Center object, center to object, center to object. Okay, tedious stuff, y'all. But you know, if you get used to it and you get faster at it, you can quite possibly make a decent living. Yeah, that'll be the objective. Missile 1 we have right here. I'll show you how we get this missile stuff in here. Let's open it back up. Quick, and let's press, hold, and bring in a missile. We want to right away input settings. We can configure that. Configurations will be down the road. We won't get into that now. Detect, and I'll use a numpad. I'll use number 0. Okay, on the numpad. Okay, hit OK. When you see num_0, it means the number 0 on the keyboard is different than 0 on the numpad. Okay, you guys probably knew that, right? Sure you did. Okay, it's in our scene, and everything with it selected. We want to align it right away to our missile. Right there. It's in place, looking great. I didn't mean to do that. I'll take it back. Yeah, I like to have it protrude out of the. You won't see these when you do your final render. It's nice to have. Now, first off, is to attach our Hellfire missile. Parent link it to our dummy missile. Can't get it here, so we have to go to the wireframe. It's gonna look kind of scary, I have to warn you, but fear not, we can get it in there. We'll move this out the way. You see, we got our missile selected. We need to parent link it to our dummy. Great. There we go. When you see the 2 clear boxes, you're in position, right? And we'll take our wing here and group it to the body of our. Let me go back to shaded view so you can see this. We want to grab this. This is what carries the rocket really, and attach to the body. So when we go into flight, everything will follow along with us. This here is very, very, very interesting. Move it. Let's push it back some. Oh, come on, come on. Yeah, go back there. Right. That's our target. Whenever we shoot the missile, it's gonna look for this target mesh here. All right. I want to add a camera at this point. Or do I? Yes, I do. I want to add a camera. I want to use a V-Ray camera. We'll change our settings over to V-Ray. V-Ray is a renderer and it looks great. We're already set up. We'll make this bucket and we'll eliminate the global illumination, GI. Okay? Global illumination. Remember that. It's all over the world. I'm silly. And then we'll stretch this out. Okay, then we'll start parent linking this camera. I want to take this view. Let me select the camera first. Yeah, by default, both are selected. We want to grab the camera, and then parent link the camera itself to our body. I'm going to grab this link here. Parent link it also to our body. Let me undo that. There we go. Okay. We got animation online. See, everything's moving along with it. Our rocket, everything's moving along with it. Let's take the perspective view of our camera we just installed. And the missile came with 3 cameras also. And I wanna jog in here a little bit and do a little rotation, tilt, so we can see the rocket. This will be the position. Let's take it for a flight. Take it for a spin. Right. How do we do that? We'll go back in here and hit record in the Craft Director Studio. What was up? Up. Oh, that was right. Okay, let's yaw a little bit until we can see our target. Should be right over there somewhere. Let me adjust the camera. We can do this while we're in flight. There it is. Let's go up. Put a little realism into this and hit 0 on the pad. Blam. That's the shot. That's the shot. Boom. You did? It's a guided missile. I'll hook up the rest of these. It'll take me a minute, and I'll come back with you with something else I want to show you. Chuck Woods for hotdevelops.net. Well, hey, we're back, and let's continue the series here. Craft Director Studio. I've taken the liberty of strapping in all the missiles in our scene. I added a plane, a few more objects, a couple of cameras, and a light. I changed our rendering setting from default, the default scan light renderer, and switched it over to V-Ray. I'm gonna give you a look-see. Yeah, I like V-Ray. Gives it a sense of realism, photorealistic stuff, right? And with our V-Ray render, we can do what's called interactive rendering. We don't want to do it now because of the recording and the system may crash. But we have our missiles in, and we'll take a shot. Let's do a shot. We'll crank her up here. By hitting record. It fell through the floor. That's because of my adjustments. If I go up, then we hit the rotation. Yeah, everybody's in line to be shot down and rendered defenseless. Right. Got my yaw going. Our PlayStation controller is working still. We got the left and the right, and we're ready to shoot it. Let's do that. Yeah, a barrage. Just let them have it. And that's how that worked. But you know, it's lifeless. There's no heat, no explosion, and stuff like that. We can adjust that. I'm gonna go in here and let me stop the recording and erase some of these extra geometry so we can just see our missiles. I like saying missiles instead of missile. We're missing a few. What happened there? Something wicked. Something wicked. You can just scroll through it and they'll disappear. Not a problem. But, you know, there's no heat. What's the sense in having missiles if we can't have any firepower? I mean, heat, fire, explosion, all that good stuff. I'm going to come in and introduce you to another plugin created by a Chaos Group called Phoenix FD. With this, we can bring some heat to our scene. Be right back. Chuck Woods, and we're back. And the mission in this video would be to bring in some heat. I'm going to use Phoenix FD. It's created by Chaos Group, and it's a fluid simulator. That's what fuel is, a fluid. And we're gonna bring some heat to this. But I don't want heat coming from the entire missile. I want just the tail end. So we need to separate some pieces and parent link, not attach, parent link. You know, let's get that in there. Where are you? Okay. Stubborn Max. You're going. You're going to give me what I need. Come out of here. And what view are we in? Perspective. Let's zero in here. We want to try to separate this. I want the exhaust coming from the inside of this this missile. So we'll select that. Get back to it wherever it went. Okay. Max can be stubborn, but I'm forever determined. That's the deal there. No, I don't want to do that with my camera. Edit that. I'm going to do that. Go right here. Zoom in. Let's take it out of here. Then we'll zoom in. Okay. Let's go to wireframe. Make this simple. Select this. Oh my God, you're being real stubborn. Max is on me. Max is on me. Where are you? Okay. Let's get in here. I gotta get in close. I have no idea why it does that. Evidently I'm doing something wrong. But anyway, we're gonna get in close and man, I don't believe this. Let's try another viewport. We'll do the top. Can't get in there either, huh? Okay. All right. Let's do that. Come here and let's reselect these pieces. I know what I want. I know what I need. And we'll try to orbit. Yeah. Get in there and start selecting these inner pieces here. This is what I want to burn. This is what we need to burn. Oh God, come on. This is the tedious part. Being exact, being precise can take its toll on you if you're not patient. You pull your hair out. Luckily, I don't have any more hair. But I'm still looking good. And very talented. So that's what we want. And I'll try this back face here. And we're going to detach this. We'll call it exhaust. EX. We'll call it that. Hit OK. And come out of select mode and select it. This is the piece we're going to burn. All right, and now we want to parent link that piece to the rest of our missile. Excellent. Everybody disappeared. Great. Now with that portion selected, let's do a fuel and smoke setup simulation. This is Phoenix FD's toolbar. We have water. We can make a whole ocean with this. You got beer, coffee, syrup, blood. Yeah, blood. Blood splatter. Right? We don't want none of that. But we do want smoke and fuel. Fuel burning and smoke simulation. With that selected, let's click on that. Right. Now, excuse me. Let's grab something so we can rotate here and get this in position. No, we don't want to parent link nothing. We want to rotate first off before we get into all that. Our simulator is not in position. Let's select our simulator and back it off a bit. And we can extend this or shrink it. Let's drop the cell size. It's right over here in this area here. We want to, on the Z, we can take that down and orbit it around and lower one of these. I believe it's the X. Yeah, it's the X. Just take the Y down. No, we'll extend the Y. We want all that. That'll be our, that would reflect our trail, our tail end. And I do want to come in here and, like I said, I need for, which one is it? Not that one. This one here. And the Z. That's Z. They call it Z. I don't know why. But that's what they call it. And I can reposition it, bring it out some more. And then we'll have to start parent linking this thing. Like I said, I only want a certain portion of this to burn. And I probably do want it coming from the core, the inner part here. The inner part. Let me see what that looks like in the shaded view. That's really about all we need to burn. We can drop it a little bit, maybe. Yeah, just drop it some. Let's bring it. Now we want to parent link it. Let's grab that tool. No, we can't select it. We can select this and parent link it because we want all this stuff to travel. That's our fire sim. Let's bring that up to temperature. Need that on. We want to see the heat. Yes, we want to see the heat, and we'll parent link this as well to the missile. Make sure everything's traveling except our Phoenix FD. With the similar selecting link tool selected, we can go into our parent thing here and link it to our missile, our Hellfire missile. Then we everything travels together, nice and neat. That's what I like, nice and neat. Okay. Hoo-wee. That was something. We can increase this, and is that the Y? Yes, that is the Y. We want to jam it. Jam it plus. So the flames don't encompass the entire missile. We can start a simulation here and see what we get. Let's decrease the total cell size. Start that. Okay, stop it. We'll back it off. And let's take the perspective of that camera of so we can see the rear end of it. And well, I guess we'll increase this again. We'll try 1,000,004. Start. Nothing's burning. Nothing's burning, Chuckles. In our rollout, we can work with this, and that's on. Initial temperature is 600. It's supposed to be default at 600. Still get nothing. Stop and restart it. Okay. Our geometry must not be in our volume here. You know, there we go. We got a little heat right there. So we'll just move this to encompass a little bit more of our missile. Hit the select tool and do it like that. Stop, start. do the Z up here. Let's increase the Z a little bit. There we go. I can see stuff now. I'm gonna let this run off a few frames, about 1500 to 1000 maybe. We can decrease our total cell size. I want to bring that down. Stop. Start it again. There we go. We got heat, and it's burning just a portion of well, if anything's in its volume, let me get this up here. It's gonna burn. I need to jam the Z. No, I don't. I like that. That's real right there. Our vehicle is flying now. It's driving through the floor at this point, and we get a trail of flames. I want that open. You want that threshold. You need that open. It's for that realism thing. Let's take a picture of it. See what we're working with here. There we go. That's looking lovely. Ooh, it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot, yo. It's kind of hot. It's taking forever to render. I need to decrease the resolution and the. Yeah, that's too hot. It's a little bit too hot. Let me lower that a bit. Like I said, I'll run off a few frames and see what we get afterwards. Be right back. So what I've done so far is to render out some frames from 1228 to 1350 and brought it into another tool that I love to use, After Effects. And this will be our fire. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. When you get too close, it becomes pixelated. I don't know why. I need to better adjust some stuff here. And that's what we get there. So he's in motion, right? Our pilot's in motion. He's firing rockets. I only have the flames for the last one. You know, you got to bring heat. You got to have heat. And then there's the explosion piece. I'll show you how I can get it to explode and blow up that one mesh. I'll try that.